Welcome back, Headz. In this video, we're talking about a low-budget transmission system, the Shimbol TP Mini. After this. Yes, Shimbol reached out and wanted me to try out their transmission system. It's an $89 unit, and I didn't have high expectations whatsoever. But once I got the unit, I found that it does work. It's not something that you're going to use for pulling focus or anything like that, but it will work pretty well for transmission purposes if you're looking to like send a signal over to a video village that's within the vicinity, right? That will work for you if that is your need. I also found a great need for it when I'm actually filming my videos. My camera is kind of over there, and so I actually have the unit here, the receiver, on my monitor here, and it works very well for that. Now, I got a chance to get out and do some testing with it, and I ended up going about 690 feet. Check it out. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see me, right? I paced off 90 yards. Now this is 110 yards. Now this is direct line of sight. There's nothing in the way. I'm gonna wave my hand here. There's direct line of sight. 110 yards should be, what, 330 feet? I'm gonna keep going. All right, so this is way on the other end of this field. I doubt it if you guys can see me. I'm waving my hand, but I doubt if you can see it. This is 600 feet, line of sight. This would be 200 yards. I paced off, and I'm not having no issues. So I'm gonna go just a little bit further and see all right, so I went another 30 yards further. So that would be another, 90 feet added on. So I'm at 690 feet away. I'm past the bushes. I'm gonna wave my hand anyway, but I doubt if you can see me. I'm past the bushes, and I still have no issues with transmission whatsoever. Now, I wanted to actually see how well it works through walls. And that's kind of important because maybe your video village is in the next room, maybe it's on another floor or whatever. So for me, I wanted to see just how far I can go like through walls and that kind of thing. And I actually tested it in my house. Check it out. This is the photography studio over here on this side of the house. So I'm opening up that. All right, so now I'm in the photography studio. Everything seems to be working. Seems to be working good over here. No glitch, no nothing. Let me get out of line of sight. Everything's still working. See my hand over there? Everything's still working. I can notice a delay though. I don't think that the delay that I'm seeing is gonna be good enough to actually pull focus. But, okay, so now I'm in the living room. So I'm approximately 50 feet right now, and I got two walls. And I'm not getting any glitch whatsoever. That's a plus. Now, I've seen some reviews online on YouTube that they was getting glitches. I'm not getting no glitches. I'm gonna go upstairs now. And I'm still not getting any glitches. As you guys can see, this is working really good. I can tell when I'm looking at the power meter on the side from my Rode wireless mic that everything is still working like it's supposed to. So in conclusion, it is not a professional grade transmission system, but it is good for those needs where you need to just be able to send a signal somewhere and be able to see it. The latency is low latency, but not low enough to pull focus. So that's one thing, right? So it's not gonna rival any of the upper echelon transmission systems. But I believe it's good for things like this, like YouTube, and I can actually see myself on the monitor and that kind of things. And especially when your camera is not right in front of you where you can't see the monitor on top of the camera as well, well, you can have this close by. And so that is definitely a plus for me. And so for me, $89, I would pay that just to be able to use it for that use alone. But knowing that I can get 690 feet out of it, I mean, that's interesting, but it's not a real scenario of real use. I don't know any case scenario where I would need to have it 690 feet line of sight, right? If you're on set, you basically have your cameras around you, your actors are around you, your audio people is around you, you know, people are around you pretty in close proximity. So it's not like you're gonna be, you know, a half a mile down a road or something like that. And so my main concern was through the walls and through floors and that kind of thing. And I think I made it about 3 walls and I had a decent enough signal, but my concern is, how do I know when I'm actually on the edge of that signal, right? I tried to take it outside, and as soon as I got outside, that's when the transmission stopped. When I was doing my TV show, I had a little monitor off at the side. I think it was a little 20-inch, and it'll work great for that. And so when Shimbol reached out to me, wanted me to review it, the first thing I said was, I want to be able to give my genuine opinion. As long as I can give my genuine opinion and be able to test it out and take my time with it, you know, I will agree to it. And so they agreed and they shipped me out a unit. I want to mention the best thing about this unit is you turn it on, it automatically pairs itself. You don't have to do anything else. It'll connect, auto connect for you, and off you go. So that is a beauty in itself. There is no, you know, channels to flick and this and that and the other and all that. It's a really simple process. It just has LEDs on the side, a couple buttons, and the way you tell the difference between the 2 units, one is a transmitter, obviously, one is a receiver, but the receiver will have RX on it, and the transmitter will have TX on it. I've seen some reviews on this, and it looks like there's a mixed bag, but for me, I genuinely went out and tried my best to test this out. I didn't test it out on a paid shoot or actual production set or anything like that because, like I said, I'm in the transition of changing camera systems and I'm preparing for a shoot that's coming up, and I didn't get a chance to use it in that vein just yet, but I most likely will because, like I said, when I'm on set, I have a monitor right off to the side. That's where the talents can kind of see themselves and we can make sure we have framing, have more eyes on the frame and all that good stuff, and that's mainly my concern. One thing I want to note though, when I was using it on my R5C, I noticed that I can send a 4K signal out of my HDMI into the unit, and I thought it was awesome that it would accept the 4K signal and then send a 1080 signal over to the receiver. I thought that was awesome. I just happened to luck up on that by chance because when I was actually communicating back and forth with Shimbol about it, they were saying basically it just receives a 1080 signal. Power consumption is very low, so you don't have to worry about any of that kind of thing. But I ended up buying my own special Sony L-mount double adapter. Well, this will allow me to actually plug it into the monitor and piggyback with the transmitter as well. And so that works really well for me. I have a link below to all the things I'm talking about. That way you guys can check it out for yourself. So if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below for all your questions that you may have. And until the next time, make sure you go out and you film something and kill it.